When we first looked at this house, we thought it could be a great place for us to set up and create. But what about the town? Oh, this is cool. Queria jesuit e bola de Berlim quente.
Quente?
Sim.
Não, Berlim não está quente.
E pingo e café.
Podem sentar, por favor?
Sim. This looks great. We didn't know anything about Santo Tirso. Would it have the kind of culture and community that we could connect to? That's what we needed to find out. And as we began to explore, we discovered some really cool, special things about this little city and its people. And we began to fall in love with Santo Tirso.
Santo Tirso is such a beautiful and charming town with hills, and we actually live on the outside of town on this near the bottom of a hill, and at the top of the hill is this very old church, historical church with fantastic views of the city itself. Also, you can, on a clear day, you can see the Atlantic Ocean, you can see Porto, or on the other direction you can see Braga.
Yeah, we're about halfway between Porto and Braga.
Yeah, there's beautiful parks. There's walking trails that we even actually live on one.
Yeah.
There's a river that runs through the city, many festivals and things to do. There's a famous bakery that's...
Yeah, it's Confeitaria Moro, and they have the Jesuita. And it's a pastry that's layers, and it's light and flaky, and they invented it. And people love it. They come from all over to have that pastry and all the other wonderful pastries that they have there. And they'll form lines outside the door. This bakery is 130 years old, and it's kind of an institution in town.
And there's many restaurants and cafes here. There's a great cafe culture here, which is big for us.
We felt that we might miss it when we moved from Porto, but we don't, because we have it here. Every time we come into town, there are just people sitting outside at the cafes enjoying community with each other.
Yeah. It's a city that's just the right size. It's not too big. I feel very comfortable here.
Yeah.
The people are great. The hidden culture here.
Yeah, there's some artists and musicians. We keep discovering more and more, and it's just been really a cool journey.
And there's a massive Santo Tirso Monastery that was built in 978 that the whole town grew up around. What's it called?
Yeah, it's called the Monastery de São Bento, and São Bento is the patron saint of Santo Tirso. And the order of monks and nuns that live in the monastery, and they still live there to this day, are the Benedictine order. And these monks and nuns have taken a vow of silence. And so you may never see them, and if you do see them, it might be through just a little window where you just see their face. They just spend their entire lives inside the monastery.
And they also, in the 1940s, started making this liqueur. That's a very sweet liqueur.
Yeah, and they usually serve it with like pastries or sweet things.
It's sold in the cafes and the bakery here.
Yeah. It's a dessert liqueur. Santo Tirso also grew a lot because of the textile industry. It's the seat of the textile industry in Portugal. And it has Fábrica de Santo Tirso, which is a factory where a lot of the textiles were made in the city, and many people moved here for that reason. In recent years, the city decided to turn the facility into a cultural center for fashion, music, and other creative activities.
As we said before, there's always something going on. There's music, there's concerts, there's festivals.
Every July, they have the Festival of São Bento because, as we said, he's the patron saint of the town, and so that's the biggest festival of the year. And they have rides set up for the kids. There's like a food area with food trucks, and there's like lots of entertainment, and it just lasts for days, and it's just a huge event.
Another thing about being outside the city is on the weekend or pretty much anytime you can see fireworks going off from other little villages or towns around you.
Yeah.
Everybody is celebrating something at some time, and it's really cool.
Yeah, you might even see them in the daytime. It's crazy, and it's actually really cool.
Santo Tirso is so green. It makes the parks beautiful. The walking trails are beautiful.
And there's a lot of like modern art. There's actually a modern art museum next to the monastery, and so there's a lot of outdoor modern art in the parks as well. So besides the culture of the city and the people and the community, something that's really important to us is the nature that surrounds us. We've always needed to be near water. It's really important to us, for us personally as artists. It feeds our souls. In Santo Tirso, we have a river, and we have streams that run down the mountain, and we have huge trees that tower over us, and paths that we can walk underneath these canopies of trees, and we have the big starry skies, and we just...
Beautiful sunsets.
Yeah, beautiful. Every night different. It's the perfect place for us to just be calm and feel peaceful, and fills us up and it inspires us, and that's kind of what we need.
One of our favorite people in Santo Tirso is a gentleman named Tigish, who owns a cafe cultural center.
Yeah, his center is kind of a magnet for artists and musicians and interesting people and creatives from all over to come into town. And we've met, so he's introduced us to so many other artists and musicians.
So many
already.
cool people.
Yeah. It's great to have a place like Tigish's to go to.
Love this place.
Yeah.
So we asked him what his thoughts were on Santo Tirso. What do you love about Santo Tirso?
The friends, the family, getting around every day and finding every day you're never alone. In Santo Tirso, never alone. Even in the bad times and the good times. I love it. For 47 years.
And that's really what Santo Tirso means to us. It's all about the community and the people.
Yeah, and the relationships that we're starting to build. And we kind of feel like in a city like Porto, it's a great place to be, but we've had some experiences here where we're just diving in and spending hours just talking and hanging out and really getting to build relationships with others. And we feel like that's what a smaller community is good for. You can really kind of build a family, and that's what we're excited about. I hope you enjoyed our town. Good night from Santo Tirso.